Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. This is Jackie Quinn, and this is Broadcast News Network. Get on board, everybody. Get on board. Get your family, friends, neighbors, fans, followers, everybody. Get them on board. We are doing a very, very important broadcast here. We are in the east of the island, actually at the North Sound area, at Tapa Hill Farms. Tapa Hill Farms. There's a very, very, very explosive situation going on here at Tapa Hill Farms. And we're going to be talking to the proprietor of Tapa Hill Farms, Mr. Elton Ryan. But please share the live, everybody. Get on board. Share the live. This is very important what's happening here this morning. I'm going to just set the stage for you. We're talking about 68 acres of land. 68 acres of land being farmed by Mr. Elton Ryan and his team at Tapa Hill Farms. And we're going to share with you something that has occurred over the last 2 years that has significantly impacted upon Mr. Ryan's ability to farm. He has livestock. He's a livestock farmer. He has some fruit crops as well. And since the introduction, or let's say the lease of land to the CCECC, the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation Limited, they of course got a lease to construct their headquarters here just to the east of Mr. Ryan, and it has severely impacted Mr. Ryan's ability to farm. We're going to be talking to Mr. Ryan, but I'm just showing you that's the entrance to the CCECC, the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. And they, of course, have a cement plant. They're building their construction, their headquarters here in Antigua. See the silos there? They're making blocks. They're doing cement on a daily basis. And it has severely impacted Mr. Ryan's ability to function as a farmer. Now, we know that farmers have gotten a really, really hard blow with the COVID. But this is not COVID now. We're talking about a big corporation more or less crushing a farmer here in Antigua and Barbuda. And we're going to be talking to Mr. Ryan, Mr. Elton Ryan. He's going to show us around. Mr. Ryan, if we can just do a little walk around. You can point out to us aspects of the farm.
Okay. This was where...
What you can do is just say hello, first of all.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
This is Mr. Elton Ryan, Antiguan to the bone.
Pint man.
Oh, you're a pint man too?
Pint.
Oh, wow.
Pint man.
Yes. And Mr. Ryan, you have 68 acres of land here that you are farming.
Yes.
Tell us about the history of this Tapa Hill Farms.
Okay. We date back to 1995. When they were constructing the stadium, I had over 300 heads of animal. And public press came and tore down the fence. I lost most all. So I had to start over again. No compensation. Even though I claimed no compensation. Public Works stated if it was 10 to 15 animals, they could compensate me. They repaired the fence, but never compensated me for the animals that was lost. I started.
Tell us what animals you're talking about. Cattle,
sheep, goats.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Coming up to 2019, I lost all my animals again. Just about all. I had 103 head of sheep. Matured sheep, not baby sheep, matured sheep. Plus 40-something heads of goats. One afternoon when I got ready to pen them, because I usually feed them bag feed in the afternoon. Only 26 came.
Wow.
So I kept looking for them. So because they're in the paddock, just beyond that,
Yes.
just beyond there. That's the paddock where they were. If you look, you see there's a fence there. That's where they were. So I went outside. As I was heading from south to north, I saw a front end loader coming towards me, but I didn't think anything. It's a loader. The Chinese people, they were clearing the land, and to me it was nothing. They were clearing their land. They bought that land up there. It was said that
That's the CCECC.
yes.
Yes.
It was said that they bought 5 acres of land.
Yeah.
Now I read their report. The report is saying they have 8.3 acres. But that doesn't bother me. Whatever they have, that's their business. However, when I went up on the northeastern section of my property, the fence was taken down. The front end loader reached the property.
Your property?
Yes. Went into the farm and tore down 165 feet of the fencing. I went to them to ask them, and they said to me, out. No
Really?
Yes, out, no English. So I said, okay. I went to the police, Parham police station. The police came, and his name was, anyway, I don't remember his name. But both of them came. And when he went into the farm, they didn't see them. So I told him, they're in that room. Go into that room, you see them, they're in there. When the guy rapped on the door, no one answered. So he pulled the door open, and there they were. He said to them, he wanted to speak to the operator who was operating the heavy duty equipment. They said nobody was operating it. The guy said, oh, his name was Officer Niger. He said, nobody operating it. The man is saying, the heavy duty was coming down. They said, nobody. He said, okay, let me speak to the man. The man went and touched. And then they said, no English. So the man said, okay, no problem. We have somebody that was trained in China who can speak Chinese. So we get him. The officer came and they started talking. And I heard the officer say to them, if you say it one more time, I'll lock you up. The officer, can you imagine? They're telling the guy who drive, the black people want to talk to them.
What?
The officer said to me that the Chinese personnel was saying the black people want to talk to them. He said, listen to me.
This is Antigua. This is Antigua, the black country.
Listen
and you're saying the Chinese said to you, to the officer,
yes,
the black people.
The black people want to talk to them. He said,
wow.
If you said one more time, I'll lock you up. I am officer so and so and so and so.
Right.
And you're going to respect me as a police officer who here on a business. So they called the two guys and they said, they accidentally entered my property.
So they accepted that they took down your fence?
Yes. They accidentally entered the property. The guy said, why you didn't say that before? Why you took it down? No, they couldn't say. So the man said, well, you know, you have responsibility for the man animal here.
Yes.
You know, they never offered once to help me look for the animals.
I know it's emotional. I know it's emotional, Mr. Ryan. I know it's emotional.
Okay, so the police asked them, so when are you going to repair the man's fence? They say, we do it later. They did come and they put a piece of some galvanized doors. Anyway, they came, put up the galvanized doors, and they left. One day, that was on a Saturday, the 2nd of November. It was a Saturday. So I know
2019.
2019. I know that they could not get the paddock wire before the Monday. So I was looking for them to come maybe the Monday morning or the Monday afternoon to fix the fence. They didn't come. The sheep never came back. One day, I said, no, sheep not like that. Let me look. So we went up there, can't find them. When I went up there was a few of them in black man's estate. Beaten up, some of them behind my fence there, dogs on them.
Yeah.
I got back about 5, 6 of them, but leg torn up and I lost them.
Yeah. How many you were talking about?
70, 66. Of that 66 that gone, I had 26 left. Where they put the fence, it was just a low fence like that. So when you're feeding your animals, dog hop over.
Of course. Yeah.
When you have an animal, it has to be just about a 5 feet fence to keep them in. Dogs hop in and kill. I lost 11 more, which took it to 77 sheep.
So did they ever compensate you for those 77 sheep?
No. Anyway, I went. One day I was up there fixing the fence myself. I fixed the fence myself. I'm going to show you exactly. They started to fix the fence. I'm going to show you exactly what they did and tell them, no. You're not going to fix my fence like that. I'll show you exactly what I'm saying. So one day I was up there working on my fence and I got a call from Param police station to come to the station. I asked him, what? I don't have any problem with nobody, so come to the station for what? Me nobody know nothing. Say, Mr. Ryan, come to the station. We need to speak to you. So I went. When I went, there were 3 male Chinese and a lady. She can speak English very well. I don't know, maybe she named Reng, something like that, her name was. So the police officer, the corporal officer, his name is Archibald. Okay. And then it is Sergeant Archibald. He said to me, Mr. Ryan, these are the Chinese people, and they're here to discuss the fencing problem with respect to the animals. So I went in and I started to talk. The officer said, this is Mr. Ryan, blah, blah, blah. We had a conversation. What she said to me got me pretty upset, and I got up. There's no one more talking with you. She's saying to me, the people of China do plenty for the people of Antigua. I said, so what am I supposed to do? Antigua doesn't mean to me. I don't care what they do to the people of Antigua. I am concerned with my animals.
Yes.
They tell me what the people of China do, people, not the people of Antigua. You know, I hear that. As a matter of fact, and I want to come say, I'm going to speak to my lawyer. She said, no lawyers. The boy said, Mr. Ryan. I said, no. I said, but obviously you tell me about people from China do. I don't want to hear that. If you're not here to talk about my animals and my fence, I don't have any conversation with them.
Right.
She said, no.
So what she was doing is trying to justify what they did.
Yes.
Wrong.
Yes. Anyway, we settled down and we began talking. She said, we will compensate and we'll repair the fence. No lawyer. I told her, I'm going to get a lawyer. She said, no lawyer. So I left the station with the understanding that we will sit down, come to some kind of compromise, and move on. About 3 days after, the officer from Param called me and said, Mr. Ryan, I'm suggesting that you speak to a lawyer because the Chinese have a lawyer calling me. So I said, what the hell is this stuff going on here? So I sought the services of Chaku, but it didn't work out. So I went to Harrow, and they're claiming that it's not so much animal I lost.
So you don't know your animals? You don't know how many animals you have?
So I asked the woman, baby, me don't know my animals. Me have records of my animals. By the worm in records. By poor on records. So I mean, I don't have anything. Just know any works out with me, boss. So if you're not going to say, let's go to court. Anyway, Mr. Lovell took the case, and we went to court. The court ordered us to mediation. That's where we are right now with that. But since then, they erected a concrete plant exactly east of me.
I think we need to go out. Let's walk out so that persons can see exactly. Let's go out so that we can see exactly what we're talking about as you speak. And Facebook fans, followers, friends, what we're talking about is Tapa Hill Farms, Mr. Elton Ryan, and
that's the side of the plant.
The China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. And those are the two silos that were erected just, I would say, a stone's throw.
Less than 30 feet away from the farm.
Less than 30 feet away from the farm. This is Mr. Ryan's farm here. I see the dying papaya.
No, we can have a look at it. I want you to see them.
Okay, let's go look. Let's go look.
I planted every tree here by myself. Every tree here. Look at the papaya. These are grafted mango plants.
Dead.
Look at another garden mango. Well, this is not dead, but it's dying.
Yeah. Stay with us. Stay with us. Share the live. Share the live.
Look at a plant. Look at the dust. Look at the dust.
Yes. Let me zoom in a little closer.
Look at the dust on the tree.
Yeah.
It's dying.
That's directly from the cement.
Yes.
The construction that's going on.
Look at it. Look at it here.
Yeah.
Look at it here. Okay. Plum tree dead.
And this was alive before 2019.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally dead.
These are remnants of a dust retention barrier that they claim. Just this is something like a greenhouse plot. This can't hold back any dust whatsoever. The micron is wrong. This is not the right micron for dust.
Mm-hmm.
All here was full with young. Look at it. Look at this. Grafted mango tree trying to come. It's dead.
Another mango.
Dead. This was part of the fence that I told you earlier. We had the sheep.
Yes. And you replaced this?
I replaced, yes, that's outside. That's out the perimeter fence.
Mm-hmm. So this fencing was what you replaced after they tore it down?
Yeah, look again. Dead.
This is mango?
Yes. All grafted mango.
Totally dead. Wow. So Mr. Ryan, were you able to get back any of your livestock in small ruminants?
No.
So currently, how many goats and sheep do you have?
We have about 85 goats and 21 sheep.
What about cattle?
5.
5 heads of cattle. Okay. Maybe we can go down, if we can, go down to the animals. Oh, they're out.
No, I kept them in just for you to see them.
Okay, good. This is mango too?
Mango.
Yeah. This is really, really sad. I hope Antiguans and Barbudans, please share the live. This is a farmer. This is the state of farming in this country. This is the state of farming. No assistance whatsoever. And he's going to talk to us about the appeals, several appeals he has made to DCA, the Environment Division, who else? CBH. Not dead. plant?
Mango tree.
Right, mango. Yes. You have a big bad dog there, man, Mr. Ryan.
I lost one dead from the dozen ventilation.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to open the animals right now, so you can come a little closer, you see. Okay. These are baby chicks we have coming.
Yes, Mr. Ryan also has chicken. I didn't realize you did. Oh, wow.
These are layers.
Oh, they're so beautiful. These layers are lovely. Oh, wow. How many weeks it takes for them to get to?
To laying stage?
Laying stage.
6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
Okay.
These are my daughter. They belong to my daughter. She's into poultry production management at IKEA.
Oh, I see. Okay. Beautiful layers. Let's go down to the small ruminants now, the sheep and goats. Mr. Ryan, tell us though, some of the things that you have done in terms of getting some redress from DCA, the physical planning.
I represented DCA. I spoke to Mr. Southwell. He said,
that's the chief town and
yes,
country planner.
He said, I can't be right because he has no application for a batch concrete plant in the North Zone area. I said, Mr. Southwell, I'm saying to you, one is there.
When did you say this to Mr. Southwell?
In 2020.
So since then, Mr. Southwell doesn't know that there's a batch concrete plant here?
He said not even that. He said he doesn't even have an application. And I can show you writing to say that. I can show you documentation to say that. Because environment wrote to him and he indicated to them that there is no application, no formal application for a batch concrete plant. And DC and environment asked them to find the Chinese because they in breach of the law.
Mr. Southwell, look at the silos. They're the two silos for the batch concrete plant. Just 30 feet, less than 30 feet away from Mr. Ryan's farm. So if you haven't seen it, even if you haven't driven up here to see it, they're right there. We're going to get a close-up. We're going to go around and get a close-up of the CCECC and their operation right across from Mr. Ryan. So you went to DCA.
Yes.
What other organizations? You have also gone to the Environment Division.
Yes, I did.
Tell us about those efforts.
The environment came, they looked at it, and they were surprised. They wrote to DCA asking for verification of what is going on here. DCA wrote back and asked them for
environmental impact assessment?
Yes.
EIA?
Yes. Since then, I went back to Mr. Southwell and he said to me, this is what he said to me. They have since applied for the concrete plant. I said, but that's after the fact. What are you going to do? It's impacting my livelihood.
Right.
It's impacting my health also.
And
What
DCA normally would destroy any construction that is put up prior to approval by the construction company or by the business person. So, I mean, after the fact.
So he said to me, as a matter of fact, it's a relocation of a plan from the Port Authority. I said, no, Mr. Southwell, don't come to me with that. We born a Point. And I visit Point every day. I even work at Point because I was manager for the fisheries processing plant company, West Point Wharf.
Yes, I remember that.
So I know I'm there. I drive across every day. My brother lives there. So I said, no, there were always two plants at the Port Authority, and there are still two plants. There are still two plants. So how is it that they relocate? Relocate means you move from one area and take it to the other area. And even if they relocate, shouldn't they have an impact assessment study to say this area can support this? spoke to you. You can speak to Mr. Antonio. I'm not going to Mr. Antonio. So don't put Mr. Antonio into nothing.
So you've gotten very little cooperation and assistance from
Mr. Southwell.
structures in the government,
Yes.
the DCA.
Yes, since then, I've written to Ministry of Agriculture, the Honorable Samantha Marshall, Ministry of Health, Mr. Marlon Joseph, the Environment, Maurice Merchant, Ina,
That's chair of the
Yes.
DCA,
Dalso Henry, the Permanent Secretary of
the
Health.
Ministry of Health.
No one has even responded saying, we acknowledge your letter. I've heard nothing from them.
Mr. Ryan, do you think that this stalemate that we're at, is it that they want to get you off of this land?
I don't know, but it seems so. Because if nobody, as a matter of fact, I even wrote to Sharon T. Martin.
That's the CBH.
Yes. And no response.
Wow.
None.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, in 2020, they dumped a truckload of feces right at the edge of their fence, right next to my fence. And it took hell to get
Mr. Ryan,
CDH.
no. Am I hearing correctly? Did you just say human feces?
Yes. Yes. I have the photographs.
I'd like to see those photographs.
Yes.
And we will show the nation
Yes.
those photographs.
And it took me hell to get CBH to come. As a matter of fact, when they came, they said to me, everything is in order. It's spick and span. I said, spick and span. Did you go? Yes. I called back Sharon T. Martin, and she sent a lady, 2 ladies, they came. Mr. Ryan, we don't know what you're talking about because we went to the site yesterday and we didn't find anything. So I said, so that's why you wrote spick and span. Okay, but let me show you now. I took them. When I took them, oh Lord, you not got it. You not got it. I said, wait, you're not got it. You do your job. You have to investigate them. Look at it there. I said, Lord, you not got it. They call Miss Sharon Martin, and the only thing that was done is to take a backhoe, get some topsoil, and just spread over it. I said, but Sharon, this is a prescription for cholera. If rain comes and that washes down into my farm and my animals eat the vegetation and I eat it, it's a prescription.
Or you slaughter the meat and sell to
someone.
people.
It is a prescription for cholera. What are we going to do? What? She said we did something. Just cover it. It's okay. I can show you the photograph of the feces.
Yeah. But even as we stand here, there is a stench in the air. I mean,
It's a chemical. I asked everybody to come and examine.
Yes.
Come and look at it. I asked Dr. Christian. I spoke to one Faye Edwards. I spoke to only 2 came. I spoke to the Director of Agriculture, who came. And I spoke to Dr. Edwards, who came also. Dr. Edwards said, yes. I called the policeman. The police said, oh Lord, what have we had here? Oh, this is bad. Let's go up there. That means I know, not me. I can't go in the place. So they went up there and they came back and said to me, like this is what they said, and I quote, the Chinese said they're not spraying anything, so there's nothing we can do. He said, but I didn't say they're spraying anything. I said, they're using a chemical. You supposed to go and find out what chemical they're using. He said, no, we can't do that. And I drove off and left me. That was Friday before the last. Not Friday gone, not yesterday. Friday before that.
yes.
And ever since, the stench keeps coming.
Yeah.
Whenever they're using it, it comes down. I spoke to Dr. Christian, who said he would be sending an inspector. I'm still waiting. Nothing has been done. I don't know who else I can turn to.
I hear the animals calling us.
Well.
I hear them calling. Let's go. Let's go see the animals. And these are goats, sheep. The cows are out, so
Yes.
we won't be able to see the cows. But this is Mr. Elton Ryan. For those of you who have joined us late, we are talking to Mr. Elton Ryan, livestock farmer. Mr. Ryan has heads of cattle, he has sheep, goats, and he's also a poultry farmer. He's just starting the poultry farm. And he is in the North Sound area. It's called Tapa Hill Farms. Tapa Hill Farms. And he is having extreme difficulty with his new neighbors, the Chinese Civil Engineering and Construction Corporation.
This is one of the doors that I place temporarily for my fence. They've never come back to replace it.
Okay. Should I stand on this side? Because I don't want them charging me. When they run out, they run out wild and quick.
Stand back at it.
Okay. What are these here?
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you.
Oh, wow.
No, stand back at it. Let me come.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, yes. Here they come. Yes, there they go. Freedom. Freedom. Okay. Can I come now? That's a pit bull. Facebook, this is explosive stuff. You gotta stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with us on this one. This is Mr. Ryan. We are in a beautiful part of Antigua, the North Sound area, and it's called Tapa Hill Farms. And Mr. Elton Ryan is explaining to us all of the problems that he has been having since the CCECC set up their concrete making plant, their construction company. Apparently they're building headquarters right here at North Sound, but it is having a significant impact on Mr. Ryan's ability to function. He has lost some of his small ruminants, some of the sheep, some of the goats, and of course you heard he lost quite a few heads of cattle as well when the stadium was being built. It's quite a lot of land. Alec Hill explained to us how far the extent of his property, because I think it goes from the stadium. We're going to get the dimensions. 68 acres of land, and we are trying to get as best as possible from Mr. Ryan the severe problems he's having as a farmer. And the Ministry of Agriculture, they have not been of any help. The DCA, they have not been of any help whatsoever. The Environment Division, the CBH, Mr. Ryan can get no assistance whatsoever from state entities, which should be protecting small farmers in this country. And, you know, I get very emotional. I'm very angry about what's happening here to Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan, what? These are lovely creatures. These are what?
Yeah.
Peahens? Pea chicks. Okay. Beautiful. So these are the ones that's when they open their...
Yes.
It's the males or the
male.
females?
The male.
Okay.
Male.
I don't know.
These are babies.
See, these are babies.
Yes.
And how many of these you have here?
17.
17.
Yes.
Pea chicks?
Pea chicks, yes.
Yes.
Plus, we have local yard fowl.
Oh, yes, yes.
So we still keep our yard
We
fowl.
see the yard fowl and them. You see them? Look, the yard fowl and them. It's a long time I don't see yard fowl. Let me get closer to them.
They have ring neck.
Where the ring neck?
Look at this, the ring neck.
Oh, yes.
Some people call it naked neck, but I call it ring neck.
Wait, look, the ring neck. Ring neck up there.
Look at the ring neck.
Yes, it's a long time I don't see ring neck. Oh, yes, look at one there. Uh-huh.
Look some over there.
People, look, ring neck. Yes, yes, yes. Yard fowl. Plenty yard fowl here. So, Mr. Ryan, let's talk some more because I want you to just give us some idea of the dimensions of your land. Oh my, what's this? A turkey?
That's a turkey. They call that a Spanish black.
Spanish black turkey. He looks like he won't attack me.
He's very aggressive.
Oh Lord, I must.
Very aggressive.
Go that way. Go that way. Why he coming so?
That's the male.
Oh, that's the male. I was just wondering who are these strange people on the property.
That's his,
Okay.
that's his female in there.
Where?
Look at
The
her.
white one?
No, look at her there.
Oh, that's his partner there. Okay. So why you don't let him go in?
No. He fights the female.
Oh, he fights the peaches.
I'll let the female do it.
Okay. So, Mr. Ryan, tell us about the dimensions of your property. Because for people who are not aware, you're coming up Old Palm Road,
Yes, the old road to Param.
the Old Road to Param,
Yes.
and your land,
starts from exactly west of the Chinese property,
yes,
all the way down to the housing project, all the way over to that's the Sydney West, the Sydney Wallen Highway.
yes,
All of it, yeah. 68 acres in total.
68 acres in total. And you've had this property since 1995?
Yes.
Oh, dear me, this turkey like he wanted to do us something. Why are you doing that?
Go.
Wait! Oh. Okay. All right. So now talk to us, Mr. Ryan, about the sediment coming from the cement plant, the dust, the effluent,
No.
all the chemicals. Talk to us.
You hear them.
Yes.
You
And
can
we've
feel
been choking up.
Thank
We've
you.
been choking up.
Well, this is what I have to undergo every day, from morning to night. If you look in my house,
Yeah. We're going to go and show. We're going to show the nation
No.
the layer of dust on your furniture,
no,
on your house.
it has left from dust to an additional chemical now.
Yeah.
I don't know what chemical it is, but I smell an odor. And
I smell it in the
it's
air.
It's a vexing odor.
Yeah.
It's a noxious odor. I don't know what it is. Me no pharmacist, me no chemist, so I don't know. But I know there's an odor coming from there. And whenever they make it a concrete block, you smell it. Also, it vibrates the property. When it vibrates in the block,
Yeah.
it's not easy. You can't rest here. Even if you say, okay, let me go in from the farm to take a 15 minutes lie down. You know, and it's disgusting. From Monday to Monday, no break day. From 7 in the morning to sometime 8, 9 o'clock in the night, they're going. And I don't think it's fair.
It is not fair. It is not fair to you as an Antiguan farmer.
not fair.
It is not fair to you as a native son of the soil trying to make a living. It is, I mean, this is unconscionable what is happening here.
You know, they work shift. I can't work shift. And no way can you just have dust. You know, I read a report that was submitted to them by Ms. Deborah Buckner. It makes no mention of a farm right west of the Chinese.
Yes.
No mention of that.
I saw that report and
No mention.
it was conveniently left out.
Thank you.
That turkey
And-
looked like he wanted to come back at us.
No, well, he's going to stay there. Even the dust screen that they say they have to protect the dust. How can it protect the dust, when the dust screen ends where the silo starts? I will show you pictures of the silo leaking profusely. Leaking the cement, raw cement. And how can it be fair?
Yes. And you're a point man. You're a point man. Guess who is also a point man?
Farmer Brown.
Oh, I see.
Where is Farmer Brown to protect me?
Oh, okay. Have you
Would Farmer Brown accept a concrete plant next to his farm? That's the
Mr.
question.
Ryan, have you approached your former representative, your fellow point man?
No, and I will not.
The Prime Minister of this country?
I will not. No, I will not. I will not.
Well, we're bringing it to the nation.
I am saying to the nation, the government agencies must do their work. I don't have to speak to Gaston Brown. Me never speak to Gaston Brown. Gaston Brown is a man like me. He's a farmer also. And Gaston Brown has to know about this. He has to know.
Well, he knows today because he's watching.
So why should I go to him?
Yes.
Mr. Gaston Brown stood at my mother's funeral and spoke and said to us, my mother, she had been good to me. When I was hungry, she fed me.
Your mother?
Yes. And I went to Gaston on an issue and he laughed in my face. I said, Mr. Bro, Gaston, okay, no problem. I'll never come back there again. I'll never come back to you again. It's okay. So why should I go to him now?
Did
Where's
you
the
say
DCA?
the
Where's
Prime
environment?
Minister of this country laughed in your face?
Yes. I went to him on an issue and he laughed in my face. So why should I go to him now?
Well, he's watching this broadcast. He's watching this broadcast and he knows exactly what is happening here. And let's see if anything at all will be done by any of the agencies of government to assist you, Mr. Ryan. Let's go up and look at some of those pictures and the images that you spoke of the human feces on the property of the CCECC. Is it a few months ago?
No, about a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago. All right. And it's good that you were able to document it. And you got these pictures by drone photography?
Yes.
Okay, great. Excellent. So the animals are now have all gone out onto the property to graze. Yes.
Because they can't go up there anymore.
Yeah.
Up there is virtually toxic. They can't go up there anymore to feed.
Okay. And Mr. Ryan, how much of this livestock do you put on the market, the local market?
I can't put any right now.
Right now, you're not
Because
putting
I do not have enough right now. In order for you to have any viable livestock entity, you have to have at least maybe 300 breeding ewes. And of that 300 breeding ewes, you expect 40% of the lambs will be ram.
Right.
And those ram you can sell throughout the year. Now, I plan my farm in this way. When there's no livestock to sell, I have crop. I planted a whole acre of papaya, all gone.
Jeez.
You see, so many trees. Look, they're gone. Look at that, gone.
You see the irrigation as well. He has his irrigation systems. Oh, this is painful. This is very painful. What's this? What kind of tree? Sounds out. Yeah. This one here trying to come.
They're trying, but
very painful. Very painful.
they're directly in the path of the dust.
Yes.
And it's like,
Facebook, please share live. This is very, very, very important what we are talking about today.
Look at the mango tree.
Yeah, this is supposed to be your mango orchard here. Some of them Some of them have survived, but many of them have died.
They're not surviving. They're dying because they were blooming. This is the time for mango to start blossoming. Where's the blossom? I've made thousands of dollars from these trees already.
Yes.
What about now? Nothing. They're gone.
Yeah. Woo. Yes, this Facebook fans, followers, friends, we are at Tapa. For those of you who joined us late, we are at Tapa Hill Farms. This is Mr. Elton Ryan, the CEO and livestock farmer here at Tapa Hill Farms. And Mr. Ryan has been having hell on earth with his neighbors, the CCECC, China Civil Engineering and Construction Corporation company. And they have these 2 silos here. They're doing construction of their headquarters, and they're also producing cement, making blocks.
Concrete and blocks.
Concrete and
they
blocks.
They said it's not for sale. But they're selling them. They're selling the company. They're selling the blocks.
They're selling concrete and blocks.
Yes.
If you could just show us, because this is where you really need to call your family and friends to see what's going on. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. This is Mr. Ryan's. You were planning to live here, but there's no way you can live here now.
No.
I want to show you
Yes.
the dust. That's the dust on the tiles. As soon as you clean this dust, it's back again. This is the dining table. Woo. Mr. Ryan, my heart bleeds.
Look at this.
My heart bleeds, Mr. Ryan.
Look at this. This survival situation. Look at the window. Look.
Cement. There's no way you can live in conditions like this. No way you could live in conditions like this. Look at the floor. Look at the floor. Look at this. Wow. You wanted to show us some pictures. These are your, this is the feed for the animals?
Yes. My dog.
Oh, for the dogs. Okay.
Look at this. Look at this.
You have a healthy wine bar going there, man.
Is it?
You have a healthy wine bar going there, man, Mr. Ryan.
You smell?
Huh?
You don't smell it again?
Of course I smell it. I smell everything in the air. And some lovely pawpaw. Okay. I think I can take one of these.
Okay.
If one of these supposed to be for me.
Yeah.
Take this one?
Yeah, take this one.
Okay.
Take any one you want.
Okay. I love pawpaw bad, you know. I love pawpaw a lot. But this wine bar getting to me. A lot of things here. But the dust. Look at this. You can write your name in this. B N N. You write your name in it. That's cement. All on the sofas. Everywhere you go. So let's have a look at those pictures with the you can we see, or should we take that outside so that we can see better?
Can you see?
Yes, you can see. This was taken by drone photography. And that is explain to us what that is, Mr.
This
Ryan.
is feces.
Human feces.
Yes. They say they're using it to dry as fertilizer.
Human feces as fertilizer?
Yeah.
For what?
I don't
For
know.
a construction company?
Well, they say they have a farm.
Where's their farm? In there?
I don't know where the farm is, but they told CBS they have a farm.
Turn the page again. And you said that CBH came and saw that
Yes.
and smelt it as well.
Yes.
Wow. So what did they do? They covered
You
it?
can see the papers there.
What paper is that?
Toilet paper.
What? What? What?
You don't know what's going on. That's it again there.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Ryan, you have done quite a lot of work. You you commissioned a study.
Yes.
Perhaps you can share some of the highlights of that study, because I was able, you actually shared with me some aspects of that study.
This is the first of the two studies. Now,
one thing, Mr. Ryan has all his paperwork. Mr. Ryan has all of his paperwork, all the letters he has written to all the agencies of government. He has his environmental impact study. He has their study as well. They did what was the study that they did?
a best management practice.
A best management practice
That's
done
environmental
by
assessment and best management practice done by Deborah Brezhnan or something.
Brosnan. Deborah Brosnan. Okay.
But this study
speaks nothing about your farm.
Conveniently left out everything about my farm.
Yeah.
Nothing was
I
said
saw
about my
that.
farm.
I saw that. Yes. And this
Now,
is your study
yes,
that was done.
this photograph here was done prior to CCC trying to clean the silos. This was the silo, covered in cement dust. This is when they started cleaning it. I caught them in the app.
Yeah.
Now,
So let's see the name of the study.
assessment
Assessment of the impacts of
Cement batch
plant located on the compound of CCECC headquarters, North Sound. Yeah. And if you could just flip to the final summary, where they actually have the recommendations. Just share with the people of Antigua and Barbuda and the diaspora what those recommendations are, because it is very damning. The
way forward.
Yes.
I don't have my glasses yet.
You don't have your glasses?
Yeah, but we can read so.
And
Something must be done immediately to protect not just Mr. Ryan and his farmlands, but the residents in the Tapa North Sound housing development, Painters Court, and the surroundings from the air pollution caused by the cement plant. It must be borne in mind that this general area is flat and the residential development have limited vegetation, which means that the dust particles could be dispersed over a wider area based methodologically over a wider based methodological factors. One study recommended that the buffer zone downwind of a cement plant should be 7,000 meters or 4.35 miles. Now, that plant is located just 30 feet.
30 feet. 30
Less
feet
than 30
from
feet.
your farm.
You want me to read everything?
The main things, because it's important. It's very important for people to hear what your environmental impact assessment said.
For human settlement and their activities, the batch plant is portable and should therefore be moved to another location and cement.
Repeat that again. That's important. The batch plant
is portable and should therefore be removed to another location and cement transported to the complex. That means it doesn't have to make its own cement.
No, they don't, and they don't have to be there. They're constructing their headquarters, but the plant does not have to be there. Give us the other recommendation. I see quite a few of them there.
The Environment and Protection Authority of Victoria State, Australia, and the National Ready Mix Australia, and the National Ready Mixed Concrete Association, USA, have developed environmental guidelines for the concrete batching industry. Instructions that they want: keep sand and aggregates damp, as well as pavement and surface clean. 2. Fit cement silos with high-level alarms, multi-bar pulse jet filters, airtight inspection hatches, and automatic cut-off switch on the filter line for overfill warning system. 3. Keep dustwork airtight and enclosed in loading bay. 4. Store cement in sealed dust-tight storage silos. 5. Develop and implement an inspection regime for all dust control components. 6. Clean up spill immediately. I will take you outside and show you exactly what is happening.
Yes.
Now remember, they should have a dust screen based upon Mrs. Brajnan's recommendation here.
Mm-hmm. One thing, you have all your side work. You make sure you have all your side work, all of your empirical evidence to support your arguments.
Okay. Dust control. Dust control measures are in place, and during site visit, little dust was observed in the area and on adjacent vegetation. However, especially during the dry season, the aggregate stockpiles and loose soils on the site may become sources of airborne dust. CCECC should monitor these areas and take corrective action as necessary to manage dust. Okay.
And remember now, this is their report.
This is their report.
This is from Brosnan's report.
Yes. Let me show you where I want to find where the dust screen. Project size. Okay.
Stay with us, stay with us. This is very important, what we're doing here.
Conveniently here, no mention from her report ever took my farm into consideration. It was never mentioned that a farm was immediately west of the compound.
Mm-hmm.
The site is located in North Sound, in the eastern portion of St. George, Antigua, about 0.5 kilometers north of Sullivan, which is stadium. The adjoining properties directly to the west and to the south of the entrance of the project site each have a single private residence. The building to the south is approximately 0.09 miles from the batch plant, and that to the west of the entrance is 0.03 miles. No mention of the farm.
Yeah, that's the kind of disrespect. That's the disrespect. Because as far as they're concerned, nothing is over here. Nothing is over here.
Little me's over here.
Yes.
I mean nobody.
The black people.
Where is it? I'm trying to find where they say about the but it's not important. This is important. No. In Washington's recommendation, it was recommended that a dust screen retention barrier be placed around. No. Is this a barrier?
Nope.
There was one something.
Look like shade cloth to me.
Yes, but isn't it now torn and tattered? No, there's nothing here to say that they're trying to replace it. There's no replacement. So they don't care. It's gone. Look at it. Look at the cement water washing down in my yard. No barrier. No barrier. No barrier still. No. Look at it in the trees. This is the stockpile of the aggregate.
Well, we can go outside and look at it.
Yes,
let's go outside and look at it rather than look at the pictures. Let's go outside and have a look at it. This is very, very sorry. My shades. I forgot my shades. Okay. Very, very sad. Stay with us, stay with us. We're going to wrap up the broadcast soon. But I want you all to see what's happening in Antigua and Barbuda. See what's happening in Antigua and Barbuda. To a small farmer, native son of the soil, a point man, a man who has been farming since 1995. 1995?
Yes.
Since 1995.
I've never owed 1 cent on this lease. Never owed. By the first weekend every year, I walk in and I pay my rent.
You had intended to live on this property as well.
Because I have to protect my animals.
Yeah.
In order to protect the animals,
I can't take calls. Do not call my cell phone at this point. If you are calling the cell phone, it means that you are interrupting the broadcast. Please do not call at this time. Please, we're live. Do not call the cell phone at this time. You're interrupting the broadcast. Please, wait until afterwards. We will talk to you. And so, this is the entrance to the... I want to give you a good idea of where this is. Here is Mr. Ryan's farm. You can see Mr. Ryan's farm to the west. The house is there. And just a road really separates Mr. Ryan's farm from the concrete plant for the CCECC.
This is what I'm showing you now. In this report, there's a photograph showing, I don't know where it is, but a covered aggregate, a covering over the aggregate. But I'm going to show you now what exists.
Yes. In the photograph, when they were taking the photograph, it was covered.
I don't know when to take it. You need to take it here. But
okay.
No.
So let's see.
Right there. It's the block making machine. And block making takes.
You know they're killing me with dust right here, right now, right?
The block uses most dust to make the block and fine aggregate. So if the wind from the cement plant doesn't catch me, block will catch me.
Yeah.
So these plants are strategically placed to get me off from here.
Yes.
It's the land they want.
Mr. Ryan.
I'm going to say no. They want the land and doing everything to frustrate me. It's not going to work.
It seems so.
It's not
really
going to work.
Seems so.
The state must protect me.
Well, all the arms of the state have failed you so far.
That they're not putting these industry, this plants east of where they live. So they don't suffer anything. They don't enjoy anything.
Yeah.
They live nice and high. Everything's faced west.
That's Mr. Ryan's farm right there. Yeah. You wanted to show us something.
Yes.
The aggregates uncovered.
And I'm going to show you the condition of the vegetation. Now look at
The cloth that's supposed
yeah,
to be
look at the
retaining.
fence. Look at the dust barrier. Look at
That's
the
the dust barrier that was recommended by DCA?
No.
Who recommended it?
Miss Brashnan.
Oh, Brosnan. Their consultant recommended.
Look, it's in the tree.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Look the barrier right there.
And look in my yard. Look in my yard. The barrier is in my yard there.
Yes. Up in the tree. Oh. I mean, if you don't laugh about this, you're really going to cry and get a heart attack. Just thinking about the advantage that's going on here.
Look at
injustice.
Look at the vegetation.
That's going on here. Yeah, covered in dust. Nothing can survive. Nothing can survive these silos. See? I want you to see. Nothing can survive this.
Do you feel the dust in your eyes?
I feel the dust. It's on my skin. Look at me, look at how me look.
Look here.
Yeah. Look at my phone covered in it now. Oh, yeah.
Where is the dust barrier? Where is it?
No dust barrier. No dust barrier. Ah, I see exactly what you wanted to show me. This is not covered. The aggregate's not covered. And that's going to blow straight into your farm.
And here, right here, was where the feces was dumped, just behind that fence.
Oh.
If you look in here, you see the same, hold on, I'll take it back. The same crane boom, that's the crane boom. If you look at the picture, same, it's right there, just beyond that.
Oh, jeez. You know, this morning, when we spoke yesterday about this, and Thursday, I anticipated that things would be bad. But I never, in my wildest dreams, expected what I saw here today. My heart bleeds for you, Mr. Ryan. My heart bleeds for you as a small farmer. I am distraught. I cannot believe what is going on here.
This is what I have to endure.
As I'm walking here, dust, I'm covered in dust. Animals cannot survive this. And the recommendation was that the plants could be moved. There's no reason to have those silos here on site. Yes, they're building their headquarters here. Nothing is wrong with building your headquarters
I don't have
here.
a problem with what they build. But why are they trying to affect me? They're trying to make a living there. Why I can't make a living in Antigua? I can't run gun away now.
I hear you ban. I hear you come from.
I don't want a passport, you know. Let me tell you now. Me don't even want a vacation out of Antigua. Me don't want a vacation. My day's over. I don't live for me anymore. I have a daughter that I force into agriculture because I see she like it. And I say, okay, let's go. And she didn't get no scholarship. It's my farm supported her at school.
She has a degree in...
She is finished this month.
What's her study? What was her major?
Poultry production management.
Poultry production management. Which university?
AKF in Trinidad.
Okay.
She's doing her bachelor's degree. She finishes this month. And we have plans for her to go on. Because when you're halfway there, you're neither up nor down. She must be a vet. That's my goal. That's my dream. For my daughter to take over what I have. But Jackie, it's hard.
I know.
Me only one man, me all now. I need to see my legacy in my daughter, my granddaughter. What happened? Kentucky Fried Chicken is a franchise. I can have a franchise too. I can go chicken and hatch chicken. That's everybody else. When we have to import every chicken that we use, everybody eat a chicken leg, a chicken wing. It comes from a baby chick. Jackie, down there, I started. You can look there. The foundation for the hatchery. Look it right there.
I see it. Yeah.
And what happened? My daughter can't do nothing. I can't do anything. Jackie, look, sometimes, right, you want to get up and do things that's wrong. I said, no.
You're not going there.
I can't do that. I must live for my children. They must be shame on me. They must be able to say, Daddy fought the fight.
Yes. And that's why it's so important, Facebook, the nation of Antigua and Barbuda diaspora. That's why it's so important for us to bring this to you live today. It has taken quite a while, and we're happy that you stayed with us. But Mr. Ryan, as you can see, has had no redress under the Public Health Act of Antigua, 1957, under the Physical Planning Act of Antigua and Barbuda, under the Environmental Management Act of Antigua and Barbuda, under the, what's this other one? The Environmental Protection Act 2019. No redress. No redress.
Exactly, is that easy?
He's been to DCA, to CBH, to the Ministry of Health, to everybody, and there's been no redress whatsoever. And this is the kind of down-pression. That's a new word for you. That's the kind of down-pression and oppression that we have had in this country for small business people, for farmers. A bona fide livestock farmer who has been farming since 1995. This is what this man has to suffer. So I thought it was very important for us to bring it to you. Mr. Ryan, as we wrap up our broadcast, any final words that you'd like to say to the people of Antigua and Barbuda, to the government, to the Ministry of Agriculture, to your fellow point man, the Prime Minister of this country, and your fellow farmer, because he's a farmer too now. A just come farmer. You are 1995, he just come.
Jackie.
What are your final words?
Help. That's all I can say. Help. I need help. But I'm going to tell you, when I run, when I move, they meet me here, me were Antiguan, and me get live in Antigua. Then I drive me from my land.
Yeah.
And we farmers need to stand up, because many farmers will be dislocated if they don't stand up. We must stand up. And I am one. If you have to lead the charge, I will lead the charge. This is my livelihood. I mean, I'm not just for do. This is what I love. This is what I know how to do. So, nobody go on me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. That's Mr. Elton Ryan. And he is the CEO, proprietor, farmer extraordinaire of Tapa Hill Farms. And we are here in the North Sound area. This is Jackie Quinn signing out for Broadcast News Network. And you see that last image, the offending silos that have been causing havoc to Mr. Ryan. Have a good day, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Let me try and